Have you ever wondered what the world was like before instant communication? Before phones, emails, or even radio waves, how did people share messages across great distances? The answer lies in a device so revolutionary, it reshaped global communication forever: the telegraph. But how did this strange machine of wires and clicks manage to change the course of history, and what secrets does it still hold? Welcome to Old Topic, and today we unravel the secret of the telegraph. How did it revolutionize communication? Let's travel back to the early 19th century, a world lit by candles and moved by horse-drawn carts. Communication was slow. A letter sent from London to New York could take weeks, sometimes even months, to arrive. Wars were fought and lost before a single message could reach its destination. And then, something extraordinary happened. In 1837, two inventors, William Cooke and Charles Wheatstone, developed an early version of the telegraph in Britain. But the true transformation began across the Atlantic, with an American inventor named Samuel Morse. Samuel Morse wasn't an engineer, he was actually a painter. But a personal tragedy drove him into the world of invention. While traveling for work, Morse received news that his wife had died, days after her funeral had already passed. Devastated, he became obsessed with finding a faster way to send and receive important messages. And so Morse developed something remarkable: the electric telegraph, and with it, a unique code. The Morse code, a system of dots and dashes, simple enough to send over a single wire, but powerful enough to carry complex messages. At its core, the telegraph was a device that used electrical signals to transmit messages across long distances. A sender would tap a key, creating short or long electrical pulses, dots and dashes, that traveled through wires to a receiver. On the other end, an operator would listen, translate the clicks, and write down the message. It sounds simple now, but at the time, it was like magic. In 1844, Morse sent the first official telegraph message from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore. The message, "What hath God wrought?" a biblical phrase that captured the awe of the moment. From that point on, the world would never be the same. The telegraph spread like wildfire. Railroads used it to coordinate trains, governments used it to send urgent dispatches, businesses thrived as orders and stock prices could be transmitted in minutes. For the first time in human history, information traveled faster than people. By the 1850s, telegraph wires crisscrossed continents. But the real challenge lay under the ocean. In 1858, after several failed attempts, the first transatlantic telegraph cable was completed. For the first time, a message could be sent between Europe and America in minutes rather than weeks. Queen Victoria sent a message to United States President James Buchanan. It took just 16 hours to transmit, a miracle for its time. But the cable failed after just a few weeks. The voltage was too high, and the cable burned out. It would take another 8 years before a lasting cable was laid successfully. Still, the achievement was groundbreaking. The world had become connected in a way that was once unthinkable. But not everyone welcomed this new invention. Some folks feared it would lead to information overload. Others believed it would destroy the postal service or even unravel society. Sound familiar? Every great innovation brings both excitement and fear. The telegraph was no exception, yet it endured. For over a century, it remained a vital part of global infrastructure, used in wars, diplomacy, journalism, and commerce. During the American Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln relied heavily on telegraph lines to communicate with generals on the battlefield. It gave the Union a strategic advantage, allowing near real-time decision-making. News agencies like Reuters and the Associated Press were born in the telegraph age, racing to be the first to break news across the world. And let's not forget, the telegraph laid the groundwork for all modern communication. Without it, there would be no telephone, no internet, no instant messaging. The dots and dashes of Morse code were the first true digital language, a series of binary signals that could be understood and replicated by machines. In a way, the telegraph was the world's first computer network. The rise of the telephone and later radio and the internet made the telegraph obsolete. In 2006, the last telegram was sent in the United States, a quiet end to a loud revolution. And yet the spirit of the telegraph lives on. In every text you send, in every email, every tweet, and every video call, you are continuing the legacy of those first electric pulses, the desire to connect, to communicate, to share. It began with a click, a dot, a dash. So next time you tap a message on your phone, think of Samuel Morse, staring at his device, nervously tapping out that first message. What hath God wrought? And now, we ask you, what secret messages are we sending to the future with every new form of communication? Thank you for watching Old Topic. Until next time, keep exploring the echoes of our past, and the signals they've left behind.